Cole, and we are going to share a few minutes this afternoon. Inside, you talked about why we march. Well, let me tell you what we're going to do this afternoon briefly so you'll get the format. I'm going to make some brief comments. Mr. James Cole is going to recite the last part of the I Have a Dream speech, and then I'm going to come and make a few comments reading from Dr. King that will relate to the theme for this year, Global Voices of Justice. And in the room, and then after that, the director of the museum is going to come and invite us over to the museum for an exhibit that's there. But inside, they talked about why we march, and in the March on Washington speech, Dr. King also indicated why they marched. And in 1963, he indicated that march was, well, before I say that, the idea of this march here is that it's a symbolic march, and the march was one of several of the techniques that the civil rights movement used to bring up attention to some of the issues that they were redressing. And those of you who remember the 1963 speech, in the early part, which he's not going to quote, Dr. King said, in a sense, we've come to our nation's capital to dramatize a shameful condition. So he said in that speech they were dramatizing a shameful condition. And he went on to say, when the architect wrote the magnificent words of the Constitution and the Declaration of Independence, they were in a sense signing a promissory note. But the check has come back marked insufficient funds. And we refuse to believe that the Bank of Justice is bankrupt. So he said that we were marching to dramatize a shameful condition. And so at the end of a march, they would have a speech. And so what we're going to do now is to have Mr. Cole repeat that. And then I'm going to encourage all of you to read the entire speech, because what you're going to hear is only the last 1/3. And before he got to the point where he's going to speak, Dr. King told the crowd to go back to South Carolina, go back to Georgia, go back to New York, go back various places. And then he got into the part about I Have a Dream. And so at this particular point, backed by popular demand, is Mr. James Cole.
I say to you today, my friends, in spite of the difficulties and frustrations, I still have a dream. It's a dream deeply rooted in the American dream. I have a dream that one day, this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, and that all men are created equal. I have a dream that one day, down in Georgia, down on the top of the red hills of Georgia, sons of former slaves and sons of former slave owners will sit at the table of brotherhood. I have a dream today. I have a dream that one day, down in Mississippi, sweltering with the heat of oppression, sweltering with the heat of injustice, will transform into an oasis of freedom and justice. I have a dream today. I have a dream that one day, my little 4 children will live in a nation where they are not judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today. I have a dream that one day, every mountain shall be exalted, every valley shall be made low, every crooked place shall be made straight, and the glory of the Lord shall be revealed, and all of us shall see it together. This is the faith, this is the hope of which I return to the South. With this faith, we will be able to hew out of the mountain of despair a stone of hope. With this faith, we will be able to transform the jangling discords of our nation into a beautiful symphony of brotherhood. With this faith, we will be able to work together, pray together, go to jail together, stand up for freedom together, knowing that one day we will be free. This is the day when all of God's children will sing with new meaning. My country, 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty, of thee I sing. Land where my fathers died, land of pilgrim pride, from every mountainside let freedom ring. And if America is to be a great nation, this must come true. So let freedom ring from the snow-capped Rockies of Colorado. Let freedom ring from the mighty mountains of New York. Let freedom ring from the curvaceous peaks of California. Let freedom ring from the Beaumont Tower of Michigan. But not only that, let freedom ring from the Stone Mountain of Georgia. Let freedom ring from the Lookout Mountain mountain of Tennessee. Let freedom ring from every hill and molehill of Mississippi. From every mountainside, let freedom ring. And if America is to be a great nation, this must come true. And when we let freedom ring from every village and every hamlet, from every state and every city, we will be able to speed up the day when all of God's children, black men, white men, Jews and Gentiles, Protestants and Catholics, will join hands in singing the old Negro spiritual. Free at last, thank God Almighty, we are free at last.